Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So now that I've gotten into manga, I no longer only have my what I watched in a certain month video. Now I also have a what I read in a certain month video, and this will be my first what manga I read. And it'll be interesting even for me just to track how much manga I can read any particular month. It is a little different than watching movies because for movies you kind of have to find some time for you to sit down and watch it, whereas with manga you can pretty much read that anytime you'd like. Like in some cases I would take these to work and read them as I walk to work, during my lunch breaks, stuff like that. But I think I am going to stop that though, and I'll explain in a little bit. Anyways, the first series that I read in October was Hunter x Hunter. And I actually did start reading these in September, but I didn't finish everything until October, so I'm just going to keep it all in October. So yeah, I have a review for this one in the works. So I won't talk about it too much here, but I did definitely love reading through this. As you guys know, this is my favorite anime series. Volume 34, this was my favorite volume out of all of them. But yeah, I read these last few volumes after the anime ends. I just wanted to sort of continue the storyline since there is probably no anime for a long time. And I hope that the mangaka Yoshihiro Togashi actually finishes this series, because it would definitely, I would personally be really sad if we don't get to have a proper ending to this series. But yeah, and one of the reasons why I did say that I wanted to stop taking my manga to work and stuff like that is, as you guys can see here, I did end up dropping this one at one point, and I got some spine damage here, which looks really bad. So yeah, after this happened, I pretty much stopped taking these to work. And another reason was because I don't know which one it was, but I did notice that there started to get some yellowing, which originally these all looked pretty white, kind of like this one here. But these first few ones, you can kind of tell that they have a little bit more yellowing, especially this first volume. So yeah, I think from now on, I'm just gonna read from home, and it's been working out. I still get a lot read, so yeah. In my review, I will be giving each individual volume a specific rating, but for me, these are 10 out of 10s, but if you look at the review video, I think it would probably average out to about a 9, because I do give some of these higher ratings than others, but overall, I still think this series is a 10 out of 10, and I love it. Alright, so after Hunter x Hunter, I did end up reading How Heavy Are the Dumbbells You Lift. I read all the 3 volumes that are currently out, and I purposely chose to read these next because, I don't know, I just felt like these would be fun reads, a little bit quicker to read, and I was definitely right. So they were smaller, so that was one of the reasons I decided to read these next, because with Hunter x Hunter, some of those volumes were getting a little bit difficult to get through because there was definitely a lot of dialogue, and I had to stop a lot in between each volume. But these were a little bit smaller and not so much text, so these were easy to kind of get through, and I would pretty much read one of these volumes per day, in some cases like 1.5 too. So I got through these really quick, and I really enjoyed these. I thought they were pretty fun reads. There's not really like an overarching story to these. It's kind of just episodic, and just pretty much each chapter showing you a different workout. And in each chapter, if I can find one here, there's always one of these panels that kind of guides you through a specific exercise. In this case, the plank. And I haven't watched the anime yet, but from what I've heard, I know that the manga is a little bit more explicit on these specific panels compared to the anime, but I thought it was fun. I did enjoy this one, and I'd probably give this one about a 7.5 out of 10. They were fun, but there is no real story to them, but I personally still enjoy them, so yeah. The next two volumes that I read, which were also pretty small, not quite as small as How Heavy Are the Dumbbells You Lift, but they were still pretty quick reads. I was able to get through these two volumes in a span of 2 or 3 days, maybe in a span of like 1 day. I read through these really quick. Again, not too much dialogue, but I don't know what it was. This story just kind of made me want to keep reading through it. And the story basically follows this high schooler who is a big fan of this girl here, which is actually a porn star in this manga. And he actually finds out that they live in the same neighborhood, and there's these posters of this actress around the neighborhood, which are not nice posters, and he's actually bringing them down because he's such a big fan. And she ends up witnessing that, and then they basically become great friends, and eventually they become boyfriend and girlfriend. Although I will say that scene, how they get into a relationship, I didn't like that scene at all. I didn't like the way that the main character was acting in that scene. He was pretty much just crying because originally she said no. But anyways, besides that particular scene, I do enjoy this manga, and I'm actually just waiting for the next volume, because after that things get very interesting. She ends up getting this device in her hand that allows her to get huge, as you guys can see here. That's probably why it's called Gigant. And then there's other events. There's like this online app. I forgot what it was called, but basically it lets people determine how the end of the world is going to happen, and everybody gets to vote for specific events to occur. Like at one point, I think they were voting for it to start raining poop, and it does. So yeah, it's pretty weird, but at the same time it is pretty interesting, and I personally enjoy it, but I can see how this wouldn't be for everyone. Overall, right now, I'd give this one about an 8 out of 10. Alright, so in Gigant, there was actually a panel where this mangaka actually recommends his own work. He pretty much has one of the characters say that his favorite manga is Inuyashiki. And his own advertisement in that manga worked with me, because when I saw these go on sale on Right Stuf one day, I was just like, hey, I like Gigant, let's pick up Inuyashiki. So I did, and yeah, I can definitely notice the similarities in the art between these two, which I haven't talked too much about the art in these, but both Inuyashiki and Gigant, they have a similar art style, so this pretty much looks like this one here. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this one as well. So far I've only read these 2 volumes, but these 2 characters seem to be the main characters in this story. They both pretty much were destroyed by like a meteor of some sorts, but it turns out that they were some like alien beings that came along with that, and those alien beings, or whatever they were, brought these 2 characters back to life, but they were no longer as they were before. They actually gave them, in order to bring them back, they had to give them some sort of armor, which was pretty funny, because I remember them saying like, is this the only armor we have? Yes, okay, we'll just give it to them. And it pretty much brought them back as killing machines. But yeah, they're definitely using them in different manners. So he is definitely using it more as a killing machine, whereas he is trying to use it for the good. He's trying to help people out with his newfound abilities. And after these 2 volumes, I still haven't seen these 2 characters clash. So far, he has only helped out a homeless man that was being attacked by some teenagers, whereas this guy, I'm not sure how he was before he got these powers, but something must have been wrong with him, because he's going into houses just for fun and killing people. So yeah, I'm definitely interested to see where this story goes, and I'll probably pick up some more volumes once I find more of these on sale. I ended up picking up these really cheap. They were like $6 or something like that. It was on a daily deals So yeah, hopefully during the holiday sale or the Black Friday sale, they'll have these on sale again. But I'd probably give it the same score as Gigant. I seem to enjoy them about the same. So another 8 out of 10 here. And then towards the end of the month, it was October, so I was kind of looking through my collection trying to see, hey, what can I read that's sort of Halloween themed or like horror themed or anything like that. And I don't have too much horror manga, and I don't think I'll be picking up too much of that, to be honest, but Soul Eaters was one of those that has like a really gothic style to it, and even in the first character that they battle with, this witch here, I think her name is Blair, she loves pumpkins. So yeah, I definitely wanted to read this one in the month of October, and it was a good read. I haven't seen the anime for this one, but this first volume was a fun read. There was a lot of action in this one. Right off the bat, it just went straight into the action, and I kind of like that about it. It was a fun read, and I was able to read this one pretty quickly as well, within 2 nights, I believe. And so far, I'm liking the world that these characters are in, so yeah, I'm excited to pick up the rest of these perfect editions. And the only thing that I don't like about my particular edition is that it came in slightly damaged here on the spine. I did email Right Stuff about it, and they said that I would have to ship this one back and pay for the shipping myself. So yeah, I just didn't want to go through the hassle, and I just kept this copy that I originally had. So yeah, hopefully the rest of them don't come damaged, but yeah, this will probably be one that I read every time I pick up one of the new Perfect Editions. So as soon as I get Perfect Edition 2, I'll probably pick it up and start reading it. But yeah, for now, I give this one an 8 out of 10 as well. So yeah, these are all the mangas that I read in this month, and all of the manga that I've read as of today. These are the first mangas that I've ever gotten into and started reading. So yeah, I'm definitely liking it so far, and hopefully I continue to read through series that I enjoy. So just to recap, I think I gave Hunter x Hunter overall a 10 out of 10. How Heavy Are the Dumbbells You Lift, a 7.5 out of 10. And then these last 3 all got an 8 out of 10. So yeah, I hope you guys liked this video and look forward to continuing this series throughout the rest of the months now. But yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video.